Hi, I'm Jane Muir, and I'm a business lawyer in Miami. A lot of people who have businesses come to me to talk about potentially having a prenuptial agreement. And depending on the situation, it might be worthwhile to agree to some terms in the event of a divorce in advance of a marriage. Florida law already establishes that when you own assets before the marriage, they are premarital assets. So, for example, if you have a home and then you marry someone and they move into the home, the person that they marry may be entitled to appreciation of the home during the marriage or application of marital funds towards expanding the home or other things that could happen during the marriage. But if the property remains in the independent name of the person who owned it before the marriage, under some circumstances, it can remain separate property. And the family law statute identifies other things that are separate property, like inheritance or gifts from one spouse to the other. And depending on the kind of business, maybe the business is personal to the owner. Like, for example, if you have a company that is your name, but for your involvement, it could not continue to operate and would not have any further value, that business may retain its separate property nature. So it's important to consider what the statute already gives you as separate property to see if you even need a prenuptial agreement. But what a prenuptial agreement can do is define specifically things like how much you would pay for certain outcomes, as long as they don't have to do with the children. Reason being that you can't decide in advance what you're going to do with children under the law. So I would say that a business owner should consider all of the circumstances around their assets and their potential risks before deciding on what kind of prenuptial agreement they want. And the key is to be reasonable and fair and do it long in advance of a wedding so that it can't be broken. There are quite a few ways that a prenuptial agreement could be set aside and have Florida law replace it. So that means that any business owner, when they're considering getting married, should really be careful, and if you get a prenuptial agreement, tailor it specifically to your needs and your concerns.